Good evening, everyone. How you doing today? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Good evening, everyone. How you doing today? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay, just hold on. I think my voice is recording. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Can you see me and can you hear me? Welcome to the Girlantine Day Out 2026, ages 13 to 18 years old. If you can see me and you can hear me, can you just kindly let me know so that I would continue and I'm sure that I am not speaking to myself. Okay, yes, you can hear me. Good. I would want you to help me do something. Please, can you rename your device name to your child's name so that I would be able to identify that it's your child, please? Just try to rename the device name to your child's name. I don't want to. Okay. Okay. Yeah, welcome everyone. I can see you, Dennis. I can see Ajim. I can see John. I can see Lillian. I can see Notando. Okay, good. Good evening, everybody. And can you see me? Can you hear me? Please, if you can, I just need somebody to just help me put that in the comment section or unmute yourself and just tell me, yes, you can hear me. Lillian said she can hear me. Okay, beautiful. That's good. So we could just continue. I just wanted to be sure that somebody can hear me, so it doesn't seem as if I'm speaking to myself. Okay. Okay, before we continue, please, like I said, can you rename your device to your child's name? Ensure it is your child's name that's on your device so that I would be able to call the name appropriately. Please let it be your child's name, not your own name. Good. So welcome to the Girlantine Day Out 2026. This is for ages 13 to 18 years old. So if you have someone who needs to be here who is 13, who is 12, sorry, who is 14, who is 15 to 18 years old, please invite them right now. We need them here because we are about to have a conversation that is going to be beneficial to them. So if you have anyone that needs to be here, a cousin, a friend, a sister, a brother, a niece or a nephew that needs to be here, please send them the link right now so they can join. And also, if you are just joining in, ensure you rename your device to your child's name so that I can be able to identify and call their name appropriately. Okay, I think I can see, okay. Let me try to, all right. So let's get into business of the day. So we just rounded up the 8 to 12 session, and now we are doing the 13 to 18 session. So we had to divide the session because definitely the conversation is different, and we want age appropriate conversation. We can't say some things that we say in the younger class and we say it in the older class, and we can't say some things that we say in the older class to the younger ones. The conversation has to be age appropriate. So I want to first of all thank everyone who is here today. Who also deem it fit to bring their child here to also listen to this conversation. I do not take your attendance for granted. I appreciate you for being intentional. I appreciate you for being here today. Thank you for being here. So I would want you to do something for me while the meeting goes on. I want this session to be very interactive. So if you have time, you could just like move your unmute yourself when you need to answer some questions, and also would want to also see your face, maybe the face of your child or the face of the person behind the camera. So we would have a very good interactive section. All right, thank you so much, everyone. So we'll just go right to the business of the day. So wherever you are watching me from, I just want you to put it in the comment section. Tell me where you are watching me from, your name, and where you are watching me from. Where are you watching from? Are you watching from Nigeria? Are you watching from Uganda? Are you watching from Kenya? Are you watching from United Kingdom? Where are you watching from? Tell me. Okay, I can see Miss Catherine. Miss Catherine, please can you rename the file to the name, sorry, to rename your device to that of your child so that I would be able to mention their name while the session is going on. Okay, so like I said, please put it in the comment. Okay, she's Zimbabwe. Mrs. Ejim. Okay, Ejim is watching from Nigeria, Lagos. Dennis is watching from South Africa. Chidima from Nigeria. Lillian from Zambia. Joy from Nigeria. Beautiful. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Who again? Joseph. Joseph, where are you watching from? You've not typed. Tell me where you're watching me from. So I'm playing, not watching. I am playing this, or I'm streaming this from United Kingdom, Aberdeen, Scotland. I'm streaming from Scotland. And the previous session, we had people from different session. We have had people from Kenya, Nigeria, United Kingdom, and the rest of them. So tell me, okay, Joy from Nigeria, beautiful. So we have a mix up of different tribes and countries. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate you. So I would be sharing my screen so that we would go into the business of today. Are we ready? So if you are ready for me, please quickly put it in the comment section and tell me I am ready for today. No, I'm in this session. Daddy. So please, if you are here with me, okay, you are ready. Beautiful. Okay. I'll be sharing my screen with you. So can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, please let me know that you can see my screen so that I would know that I am on track. Can you see my screen? Yeah, Ajim says she's ready. Joy, you're ready. Come on. Thank you so much. Let us go. So, if you are ready, just drop me some emojis, your favorite emoji in the comment section and tell me, I am ready. And put your emoji there. Put in your emoji. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it going. Yes, you can have it. Okay, Edith said, I'm ready. Linian said, I am ready. Beautiful. I'm so happy to be here today. And this session is for the 13 to 18 years old. And also, I would also want to know the ages of people that are here. So just, can you also put your age? I want to know. Please, I should have done that. Just tell me like before you told me your name. So I am 12 years old. Sorry, I'm 13 years old. I'm 14. I'm 15. Can you just put in your ages in the comment and tell me how old? And please, I would also want you to put on your camera if it's possible. If you can, put on your camera. But I really love to see you and like converse with you. Please, if it's possible, just put on your camera so I would see who I'm talking to. Okay, Joy is 15. Edith is 16. Good. Notando is 13. Oh, we have a mixed up of ages here. Beautiful, beautiful. I love that. Chidima. Is Benita here? Benita. Not my own Benita, another Benita. Benita here. Benita, if you are here, please put it in the comment section and say I'm here. Okay. Chidima said I'm 13 years old. Benita is 13. The Benita I'm talking about is 13. She here. If you are here, let me know. Because your mom told me that your sister is going to join the session and she's not around. So I sent her the link. So if you are here, just put it in the comment section and I am here. Okay, I don't want to waste time because I have a lot to say and I should be running. So let me tell you about myself. So you meet me. My name is Christabel and I am a lover of God. I'm a lover of family. I'm also a parenting teacher. I also help families. I show parents simple and creative ways to help their children grow closer to God and also help them grow in good values. I'm also an author of books. I've written some parenting books. I've written some books for children.
I am 15 years old.
And okay, she's 15. One of those books some of those books I've written. I have
And my name is
one called
Odinaka.
God Says. Please, can you mute yourself, please? Can you mute yourself, please? And when I want you to unmute, I would tell you to do that. Thank you. Thank you so much for adhering. So I have a book called God Says I'm Royalty, The Spirit-Led Child, Growing in the Fruits of the Spirit. And these are books that help children grow in faith. And also have held some other conversations in the past, like the Raising Godly Seeds conversation, the Bullying Prevention Tour, where I go out to schools, to students. So this is one of those things I love to do. And I'm so excited to be here today. So I don't want to bore you with so much of me, but I think I've met you. I've met some of you here. So would I say, let me meet you again? Some people have introduced themselves. So I think I've met some other people like Beatrice. I've met Nutando. I've met Edith. I've met some people that have told me where they are watching me from. So I think I've met you. I've met Lillian, I've met Notando, I've met, so some people, please, if I've not met you, I want you to still put it in the comment section and tell me where you are watching me from, your name and your age, okay? So please do that for me. Quickly, let's move. Let's move. Good. So, let's go into something important that I want you to know. And really, this is for girls only. So this is not for boys, because in previous sessions, some people were asking me, are boys allowed? My brother is here. Is he allowed to be here? Actually, this is not for boys, it's for girls. So the conversation is centered on girls only. So in case anyone would be asking that question in the future, this is for girls only. So why am I here and why am I doing this? I'm doing this so that I can help you navigate this period or this time frame of your life, because I know that this time comes with a lot of complexities. It comes with a lot of things that you need to navigate. This period of your life is a whole lot, because I also was 13. I was once 14. I was once 18. I was once 17. And I really know that this period comes with a lot of emotions, feelings, things rushing inside of me that I really want to express. I also had a whole lot of questions, but I never had a safe place like this where I could discuss everything that I felt or everything that was going on around me. There was no place for me to talk about all these things. And aside that, I see a whole lot of girls struggling today. There's so much going on in the world today. And one of those things I made up my mind to do is to change the narrative. Change the narrative. Teach girls how to navigate this period of their life, even though I have other things I do, like I have a community where I work with parents. I also have a faith community whereby we pray every week. We're supposed to we pray every week. But added to this is another vision that God has placed in my heart, and I am ready to do this and also work with you to ensure that you do not go through this journey on your own, that you have somebody holding your hand, somebody helping you navigate this journey, and you are not alone. So see me as that big sister that is holding you, holding your hands right now, and also reinforcing what your parents has told you. I'm not coming to take the job of your parents. Rather, I'm coming to join forces with your parents to speak to you and also help you navigate this period of your life that needs attention. Is that okay? If you can hear me and you're still following this, please put in the comment section, I am following. I am following. I understand. I am following. Good. So let me just take this so that you can see my screen properly. Give me a minute, please. Okay, good. So what are the learning outcomes? At the end of today, what are you going home with? So by the end of today, here's what you will go home learning. You understand your feelings better, what you are actually feeling and why it matters. Should you act on these feelings? What should you do about it? What to do when this feeling comes? The boundaries you need to keep and how to manage the pressure when it arises. Truth be told, this period of your life comes with a lot of pressure and it needs to be properly managed. And also, the last thing I will be helping you navigate is for you to also know your worth as a girl and knowing what you truly deserve. Truth be told, as a girl, you deserve a whole lot. You deserve a lot because God has put so much of gift inside of you that the world needs. God has put a whole lot of things inside of you that needs to be properly channeled. Now, you need the right environment. You need the right systems. You need the right structure to help you navigate this period. So let's go on and we will talk about a whole lot of things, and I want you to be very attentive. If you have your books, you have your papers, you have your notepad, please ensure you are jotting in something so that at the end of the day, I would ask you questions, what you've learned, and you would also ask me questions. So prepare your questions. If you have questions at the end of the session, ensure you are keeping your questions. I am here to answer all of it. All right. So let's go straight into the session. So part 1, understanding your feelings. Why do I feel this way? Why do I feel this way? Why do I feel this way? Now I will start with a story. Story time. Who is ready to listen to my story? Are you ready to listen to my story? Story time. If you are ready to listen to my story, put it in the comment section and tell me, I am ready to listen to your story and to Christabel. Just put in the comment section that I am ready to listen to your story. So I want this to be very interactive as possible and practical as possible. That is why I am telling you my own personal stories and stories that I have seen over the years. Now, story time. So then back then in school, there was this boy. The moment I saw him, everything changed. I could not eat properly. I could not focus. If I walked past him, my heart would race. Sorry, please, I just got some. Okay, back then in school, there was this boy. The moment I saw him, everything changed. I would not eat properly. I could not focus. If he walked past me, my heart would race. And if he said my name, in fact, my whole day was made. I just felt, oh, I felt so good. So I really like this person, but I never told him. So I would replay some moments in my head with him, a smile, the glance, the simple hello. It felt big, like, oh God, this girl is really liking somebody. And it also felt very serious. It felt like love. But later, I realized something, that not every strong feeling is love. Even though I felt all these things, I had all these emotions running through me, I really thought that this strong feeling might not be love. That was where my consciousness became awakened that, oh, because the truth is that this feeling started making me to change in some kind of way. I started acting in some kind of way, like I couldn't really focus. I couldn't really concentrate on my academics because I'm always thinking about this person. And you know what? Something about this is that it is prevalent with a whole lot of girls. So now I will ask you a question. Have you been in that situation? Have you ever liked somebody so much that you couldn't think straight? Like you could not even eat. When you get home, you start thinking about the person. You always want to be around that person. Have you been that girl? Have you ever, or am I the only one that has been in that shoes? Please tell me the truth. I want you to be very truthful with me. Have you been in that shoe before? Have you? Somebody tell me, have you been in that show before? I want you to be very honest with me. Be honest with me. Yes, I have. Notando say yes. Ejim says yes. Okay. Edith says yes. You see, I'm not just the only one. A lot of people have been in that shoe before, and I understand how it feels like, because it's actually part of growing up as a girl. Everyone will go through that feeling. Even your mom, if you ask her after the session, go and ask your mother and ask her, did you like a boy where you were in school? When you were my age, do you like any boy? If she's truthful with you, she will tell you that, yes, I also like a boy in my class. So the truth is that it is part of growing up. And you are normal. It's all part of growing up. We will all go through that. We will all go through that situation. It is all part of what? Growing up. Now, the only problem is when you don't know how to manage this, you don't know how to navigate, you don't know how to make this feeling work for you or channel it in the right way. You start mistaking it for love, that, oh, this person loves me, or I love this person so much. Or even in your head, you have already dreamt that you have married this person already. You already seen yourself in the wedding gown with the person, or you have already seen yourself like riding on the horse with the person, or you have seen yourself in Paris with the person, going on a honeymoon and all the rest. Odinaka said, yeah, yes, have been in that situation. So many of us mistake this as love, especially this age brackets. They mistake it for love. Now, let me tell you what you are actually feeling. Now, there are basically two things that is really happening to you. Is it that you have a crush on the person? Yes, crushes are like those butterflies in your stomach. Number two, it could also be infatuation. Now, what is infatuation? Infatuation is an intense attraction that happens very fast, and it doesn't last. It doesn't last long. Within 2 months or 3 months, you see that, oh, I think I don't like this person anymore. You start seeing another person that you like. And it feels like butterflies won't stop at that moment. You can't eat, you can't sleep, you can't think straight. You become so obsessed about this person. You can't focus on your work. All these are what? Infatuation. And the truth is that it doesn't last long. So you don't dwell on it. You don't lay your nest on it, or you don't camp on it and say, oh, this person, I cannot sleep without him. I cannot dream without him. And some people even go as far as acting on the feelings. Now, I'll give you a story of, I don't know whether it is right for me to share the story, but okay, let me share the second one. The next feeling that you are feeling, or you are in right now, is what I call attachment. Now, attachment is when someone depends on another person to feel worthy. You depend on this person to feel worthy. You depend on this person to feel seen. You depend on them to feel important. Now, let me give you an example of a girl who does not really like herself. She feels unseen, insecure, and she feels that she's not good enough. So when a boy chooses her, or when somebody tells her, oh, I love you, hey, she just sees it as very special. Like, oh, this person loves me. Because you don't even love yourself. You have not seen yourself as important. You've not seen yourself as special. So you would want to derive love from that person. Oh, this person just told me this, and you can't control yourself anymore. And you can't, even if this person is not the right person, even though this person is mean, even though the person is not even the right person for you, or even though the person looks so horrible, but because the person has told you, I love you, or this person has told you, oh, be my Valentine, and because of that, you feel not special. You derive love and attention from that person. That is attachment. Now, this is what many people think is love. When they start being attached, when they start being infatuated, they call it love. But that is not love. That is not love. Now, let me tell you what real love is. Let me tell you what real love is, and the kind of love that you deserve right now. The kind of love you deserve is not that kind of love. It's not that kind of love. The infatuation feelings, the attachment feelings. No, you don't need that right now. You need real love. And the real love I'm talking about is not love from someone else. Sometimes it could even be the love from or for yourself, or from your family members, from the friends around you. Love that is not romantic. Now, love is not just a feeling, it's a choice you make every day. What did I say? Somebody say, love is not just a feeling, it is a choice I make every day. So I can decide to choose to love myself. It means that I love myself. That is real love. Real love is choosing myself. Real love does not have to be romantic. Real love is patient. It is not rushed. Because somebody wants me to quickly say yes to him, or for example, he bought me a gift this Valentine. He wants me to quickly say yes to him so that he can do whatever he needs to do with me. That is not love. That is pressure. And what pressure will do to you, it will leave you in loneliness. Love is respectful. It does not push your boundary. Now, for example, if you're in a situation, I know a lot of us are already pressured about this period, especially this Valentine period. In your class, there was somebody already exchanging gifts. In your class, there was somebody already telling you they love you. And they're telling you that, oh, Do you know I really love you? You can see now, I love you. That is why I bought a gift for you. So I think you should start doing what I asked you to do. It does not demand proof. Real love does not demand proof. So if you're in any situationship or relation, I won't call it a relationship because it's not, that you find yourself right now that is demanding you to prove your love or is pushing you beyond your boundaries, that is not love. That is not love. That is pressure. Now you must understand all these things, that there's a difference between love, there's a difference between infatuation, there's a difference between attachments. If you want to know if somebody really loves you, the person is really secure. The person there is no attachment to what the person wants from you. I give you a gift. Why do you want something in return? Why do you want something in return? You said you love me. Why do you want me to do something in return? So you should understand this, Father. As a girl, the first love that you can give yourself is you loving yourself and understanding who you are and your value. Meaning that you can love yourself so much that you don't even need right now a love from another person. The love that you need right now is the love from your family, not from a boy, from the one that the boy wants to give you. Because all those things are not, or would I say, it doesn't last. Within a twinkle of an eye or within a short period of time, you see that you don't feel anything again for that person. Now, I will give you an example. During my secondary school, there was a time I liked somebody. I liked a guy, and there was everything about him that I liked. But in couple of years, like from some years later, I started finding myself like, was I in my right senses? Was I thinking well? How come I like this person? What's so special about this person? So this is the person I was liking. Oh my God, I can't believe this. Have you ever been in that situation before? That you like somebody, but in couple of years, because then you are not thinking well. Your brain is not in the right frame. You just want to just satisfy yourself at that point in time of, feeling love. Have you been in that situation? Joy said yes. You see, now I'm sure you should be able to tell the difference between these three. Can you tell the difference between these three now? Between the love, between real love, between infatuation, between attachments. Can you tell the difference before we continue? Can you tell the difference quickly? Just put it in the comment section so that I can continue. We don't have time. Can you tell the difference? Yes. Then he said yes. So there are three. So never mistake these three for each other. It's totally different. It's totally different. There will be situations whereby you will experience this, and it doesn't make you a bad person. The fact that you are experiencing this thing does not make you a bad person. It's just that you don't know how to navigate it, or you don't know how to help yourself in this situation. You don't know what to do. But that is why I am here today, to help you with the pressure that a whole lot of you go through in school. Yesterday, I was discussing with someone and she was telling me how people in her class, she's a young girl of 10 years old, that people in her class are already pressuring her to be in a relationship. Like, oh, many of my classmates already, like, they just try to pressure me or make me feel different. Like, everybody in my class already have somebody that they are dating. Imagine a girl of 10 years old telling me that. Everybody already has somebody in their class that they like. And because I don't like anybody yet, or I'm not into anyone yet, everybody thinks I am weird. Everybody thinks I am different. And that is the truth. Many of you will be pressured to do the things that you don't want to do. Now, let's go to why your feelings matter and why do you have them? Why do you have these feelings? Now, the reason why you have this feeling is that this is a period whereby you learn how to control them, because you will need this feeling for the future. Who is writing on my screen? Please don't write on my screen. Don't write on my screen. I'm seeing some annotations on my screen. Please don't do that. Thank you. So, like I said, why do you have this feeling? You have this feeling because you are growing up and it's normal for you to have them. Sometimes our biological makeup, sometimes it's even God that puts those feelings in us so that we can be able to control it as early as possible. Start learning how to manage those feelings, because definitely you will need it for the future. Because if you cannot control your feelings, you cannot control how you feel at this age, you might not be able to control it when you are 30, or you might not be able to take the right decision when you are 50. So you see why you start having these feelings early. So you are perfectly normal if you have these feelings. Understand this. I am perfectly normal. Somebody put I am perfectly normal in the comment section. If you understand what I'm saying, put it in the comment section. I am perfectly normal. I am perfectly normal. Can you hear me? Say, I am perfectly normal. If you understand what I'm saying, there is nothing wrong with you. Even though you have had infatuation before, you have had attachments before, somebody was already attached to you before, understand that you are perfectly normal, and it happens to even the best of us. So there's nobody that has not gone. I would not say, I don't know, I would speak for myself and situations that I have seen, people that have also shared their experience with me. Good. Eliana said that. John, Edith, well done. Thank you. So you are perfectly normal. There's nothing wrong with you. But the only problem is if you don't know what to do. So this brings me to, should I act on these feelings? Should I act on my feelings? So if I start feeling this way, what should I do? Should I go and tell this person, I love you? Should I write a letter to this person and tell the person, oh, I think I like you? Should I buy a gift to this person, for this person rather? Or should I go and tell everybody that I like this person? Now, let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story quickly. So there was this girl in my class who liked a boy, and she wrote a letter to the boy, and she put the letter in the bag, and she bought him a gift during Valentine. And when the boy saw the gift, he brought it out and he showed it to the whole class. The boy didn't really like the girl, but because the girl was like trying to put herself on him and trying to like please him, do everything possible to like make him feel happy, that was why she did it. And everybody started laughing at her, and that really diminished her self-esteem. She started feeling bad. She started feeling withdrawn in class, and it really affected her studies. And that's one thing that happens when you act on your feelings when it is not right. It goes a long way to reduce your self-esteem. It helps you lose concentration, you lose focus on the right thing, you start feeling weird. Those people that are your friends, usually are your friends, you don't want to be their friend any longer. You start acting in a weird way, and that's what happens if you don't know how to manage these feelings. You don't have to act on these feelings. You don't have to act on these feelings. Why? Why don't you have to act on these feelings? Now, there are certain reasons why you should never act on these feelings. Now, one thing I want you to know is that your brain is still growing. You don't need to go tell the person, or you need to start planning a date with the person. Your brain is still growing. And in the next 5 years or 6 years, what you are thinking right now will be different from what you are thinking in the next 5 years. Your feelings will change. Your preferences will change. Everything about you will change. What you are thinking right now would also change. The boy you like now might not be the boy you like tomorrow. Number two, you are discovering who you are. So this is the right time for you to discover who you are, not dwelling on feelings that would not grow your garden. Like in the last, the younger class, I taught them about growing their garden. Their heart is just like a garden that needs to be tended, that needs to be nurtured, that needs to be groomed. And this is the period in which you discover who you are. This is not the time for you to start thinking about somebody or having a romantic feeling, or start thinking about a boy, or start trying to write a letter, or trying to go into relationships that don't serve you or don't serve your future. Number three, another thing you should know is that if you eventually go into those situationship, when the breakup comes, it hits harder. Because you can't even tell your parents. You can't tell anybody. It's just you and your pillow. You will be crying inside your room with your pillow, and you can't tell anybody. Who do you want to go and tell? Is it your father you want to tell that, oh, a boy broke your heart? You only tell it to maybe your close friends or maybe your close pal. You can't tell it to anybody. You can't tell it to your parents. You can't tell it to anyone. And also, this can also make you start making decisions that cannot be changed. Now, maybe you have done something with this person, and at the end of the day, you can't change the decision. And those things will later on in the future, it might haunt you. Not really haunt you, but you start feeling kind of regrets. Oh, I wish I didn't do this thing. Oh, I wish I didn't do this. I wish I didn't do this. So you don't have to act on every feeling that you have. You don't have to act on every feeling that you have. Even though those feelings might come. But what you need right now is growth. And maybe relationship will come later. Now, this takes me to the wisdom part. So what are the things that we need to do? If we know we don't want to start catching feelings, we don't want to start doing things, what do we do? What are the things that we need to do? Number one thing I want you to do is for you to start setting boundaries. Start setting boundaries. Now, I don't know if you understand what boundaries are. Boundaries are things that really guide your decisions. It guides you on what to accept, what you should allow into your life. Now, look at Ngozi. Can you see Ngozi? Now, this is Ngozi on my right-hand side, and this is Ngozi. Now, this is Ngozi setting her boundaries. Now, boundaries could be like, now, look at Ngozi. Chidi sent her a picture. Ngozi, please send me a picture of you. Ngozi replies, I don't send my pictures. If you can't respect that, we cannot continue talking. So you don't allow people to push you to do those things that you don't want to do. You have to start setting your boundaries early. Did you get me? You have to start what? Setting your boundaries early. Put it in the comment section. I will start setting my boundaries early. I will start setting my boundaries early. Number two, Chidi comes to meet Ngozi and told Ngozi, come on, can you just skip school for once? Let's go out and have fun. Or let us go do something that is not right. And Ngozi tells him, no, the fact that you are my friend or the fact that you like me does not mean that I will skip my school for anyone. My education comes first. And look at Ngozi. Ngozi had scripts. Ngozi had what to say to Chidi. Those are our boundaries. So as a teenager, as a child, as a girl, you should have boundaries. You don't allow someone to cross your boundaries. And now the boundaries are set from your value system. Now, even as a family, I'm sure that your parents must have taught you about values, what you stand for as a family. Now, what you stand for as a family will define how you also set your boundaries. Did you get that? What you stand for as a family. If you value education, definitely you will not allow a boy to make you to leave what you are supposed to do at the right time for him. You will set your education first. You will put what matters to you first before any other thing. You would not skip that thing, the time for you to read. You will not use it to be chatting with somebody that is not going to be of any benefit to your future. So I want you to understand this, that boundaries really matters. Now, there's so many boundaries that Ngozi sets for herself. For example, Chidi told her, why can't we do this thing now? I thought we are friends, or we are best of friends, or we are already in a, why can't we just do this? Everyone does it. You are the only one. Everybody is dating. Everybody is going into a relationship. Can't you? Why are you different? And Ngozi tells Chidi, I'm sorry. I do not compromise my values to keep someone happy. That is what you should tell that person that is pressurizing you to do what is not right, because you have your values and you must never compromise your values to make somebody happy. Somebody put this in the comment section that I will not compromise my values to make somebody happy. Never ever compromise your values to keep anyone happy, because your values come first before any other thing. And if this person keeps pushing your boundaries, this is the best time for you to leave that circle or leave that circle of friends. They don't mean well for you and they are not good for you. Do you get it? Is somebody following me? If you are following me, say, I'm following you. I'm following you. So now what do you do when pressure comes? Pressure will come. People will come to pressurize you. A boy will come telling you to do things that you don't want to do. He tries to convince you to skip school or make you do things that you're not supposed to do. What are you supposed to do at this point in time? What are you supposed to do? Now, these are what you should do. What to do? Recognize the pressure. You have to stop and name the pressure. Oh, this is pressure. I should never give in to pressure. You have to wear your bulletproof within you that you would never give in to pressure. And say your boundary clearly. Your boundaries needs to be clear. And they need to understand your boundaries as much as possible. I need to charge my battery is kind of low. So you need to be very firm and make a very calm statement to this person, because people who would want to use you, who would want to take advantage of you, understand that you don't have boundaries. If you don't have boundaries, people will want to do whatever they want to do with you. So as a child or as a girl or as a teenager, one of those things that you should know and you should put at the back of your mind, you should be very comfortable making your boundaries very clear to whosoever needs to know about it. And if it is possible, create distance if it is necessary. Step away. If it is possible for you to block messages, block messages. If it is possible for you to leave the situation, if the pressure continues, and if you have any friend who is pressuring you, who is making you or pushing you to do those things that you're not supposed to do, leave that friendship. It is not beneficial for you. It is not beneficial for your garden. It is not beneficial for your heart. Did you get me? And the last thing you should do is for you to seek support. Now, you don't have to navigate this on your own. You don't need to do this on your own. You don't need to go through this period on your own. You need help. You need help from trusted adults. So when these things happen or when you go through this situation, talk to somebody. You can always talk to me. You can always tell your parents, oh, I want to talk to, can I speak to Auntie Christabel? Or you can talk to a trusted adult. You could talk to your parents about it. And if you feel that, oh, maybe your parents would not understand you, definitely there will be somebody, a trusted adult, that will understand what you are going through. And you can always speak to them. Ensure that you are very bold and you are very clear about what you stand for. Now, this brings me to the most important thing. And this is the relationship with yourself. Somebody say relationship with myself. Now, the relationship you have with yourself is the most important.
Relationship with myself.
The most important relationship, not the relationship you have with somebody else. After the relationship you have with God is the relationship you have with yourself. Yes, the relationship you have with yourself. It's about you. It's about you first. Like I was talking to the 8 to 12 years old, I told them something. I said, before somebody can come water your own garden, you have to water your own garden yourself. You have to be in love with yourself. You have to start setting boundaries for yourself. You have to start speaking to yourself in the way in which you want other people to speak to you. You have to stop taking care of yourself the way you want other people to take care of you, because that is the foundation of love. Now, because we have a lot of questions, and because we have a whole lot of people that want to ask questions, and because of time, I would like to round up here. Now we understand the feelings, we understand the pressures, how to handle the pressures, understanding our crushes, understanding that we don't need to act on our emotions, understanding how to walk away when things happen that is not right. Now, before we close, let me tell you one last story, my story. Now, remember I told you about myself from the beginning. Now, what happened to me there? I was lost in my own thoughts. I wanted to have my own way. I liked somebody and it started affecting the way I think. It started affecting the way I related. Now, I had to come to my senses. I started telling myself that, hey, girl, you need to think straight because you have a future to protect. You have a future to protect. You have a future to take care of. You have where you are going to. You have a future to keep. You have great purpose for your life. So you don't allow the situation or what is going on around you right now to affect your life right now. Because if anything happens to you right now, or if anything, it might change the trajectory of who you are supposed to be. Now, let me give you an example of somebody who got pregnant at 13 years old. And she has a child at that age, 14 years old. She has a child at 14 years old. Now, when this happens, who bears the brunt? Who carries the problem? Or who carries the load? It is the girl. The boy possibly would go back to school, continue his schooling, and do whatever he wants to do. But you are the one who would have to take some time out of school. You have to leave school to take care of that child. And probably you might not even have the chance to go back to school if there is no one to take care of the child. And that is how people's destiny and people's lives change, because they don't realize, they are not self-aware. They don't love themselves so much, because if you love yourself, you will not allow anything to step on your boundary. You will not allow any boy or any person to veer you off path. You will be very focused with your life. And that is my story. And look at me today. What helped me? I started defining who I was. I started understanding. I learned who I was without someone defining me. I started to figure out what I valued and believed in my future and what God has called me to be. I started setting boundaries. And when I set my boundaries, I actually keep them. When I was in school, I said, okay, I'm not going to be dating anybody until I finish. I said, okay, this is my plan. And I did that. I learned to be happy alone. I didn't need a guy to make me happy. I didn't need a boy to tell me I love you, because I felt love. I really understood that I was already loved by God. And I started building the life that I am proud of. So I'm here to tell you today that you are not incomplete without a relationship. So never let anybody pressure you and tell you, oh, hey, Lillian, why you are almost 15 years old? Everybody is doing it. Why are you not doing it? It's normal. You, SU, they called you names. You are not less valuable because you are not joining your peers to start doing what they are doing. And you are not defined by who does not want you. There are some people that would want you because of your body. Some people who want you because of what you have. You are not defined by who wants you. You are only defined by God. And one thing I want you to know is that you are already whole. You are complete. The feelings you have right now, they are normal. And they are part of growing up. You don't need to act on it. You don't need to start pushing yourself to do those things that you don't need to do. You don't need to go out overboard to be like the world. You are different. You are complete. You are whole. And like I said before, my final words for you today is that the relationship that you will ever have is the one that you have with your own self, with yourself, and with God. That is the relationship that matters right now. If you try to lose yourself, trying to love someone else, you might lose everything. I gave you an example of the girl. Now, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to give you examples, real life scenarios things that might happen. If you don't love yourself, that is self-love. You loving yourself. Putting boundaries that people can follow. If you don't put boundaries, if you don't tell people where you are going to, people will lead you to their own destination. And that destination might not be God's plans for your life. Do you understand? So lastly, I want you to say this affirmation with me. Are you ready? Are you ready to say this affirmation with me? Somebody there with me? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, you
Yes.
will unmute yourself right now and say this with me, everyone. And say this: I understand my feelings.
I understand my feelings.
I don't have to act on every one of them.
I don't have to act on
Don't have
every
to
one
act.
of them.
I am whole on
I
my
am
own.
my own.
I don't need a relationship to be complete right now.
I don't need a relationship to be complete.
I will set boundaries and keep them no matter
I
what.
will set
I
boundaries
will
and
set boundaries and keep them no matter what.
Put myself first.
myself.
I will put myself first.
I'll put myself first always.
I'm too valuable to lose myself in someone else.
I'm
I am
too
too
valuable
valuable
to
to
lose
lose
myself
myself
to
in
someone
someone
else.
else.
The important relationship I
Myself.
have is the relationship with myself.
The most important relationship I have is with myself.
I have is the relationship with myself.
I
Beautiful. Thank you so much for saying that.
And choose me.
Thank you so
You're
much for saying
welcome.
that. So you see, you are the most important person right now. The most important person in this
Don't
situation
say my
right now.
people.
And I want you to value yourself. See, there's a whole lot going on right now, and you must not follow the crowd. You must, please, who is that? Please unmute yourself if you're in a noisy place, please. That's. And I want you to quickly, we are rounding up. Quickly, if you have any questions, you need to start dropping your questions in the comment section so I can start answering them. We only have 15 minutes to go. Put it in the comment section and tell me if you learned anything from this session. Quickly drop it in the comment section and tell me what you learned from this session, even as we round up. I think I still have one more for my slide. What's my slide? Can you see my slide? Okay. Okay, Edith said I learned a lot. So tell me what you learned. I know you learned a lot. Tell me what you learned. I learned to set boundaries, to love myself always. Beautiful. Who else? What did you learn from this session? What did you learn from this session? And if you have questions, please ask your questions. Drop your questions. Or you can, if you want to unmute, you can unmute and ask your questions. If you don't want to type, you can unmute and ask your questions. I learned how to set boundaries. Beautiful. Good. Who else? What did you learn from this session? I'm sure you learned a lot.
I learned how to love myself. I learned that I learned that I don't have to be into a relationship to be among.
Yes.
So that's okay.
Yes, even though you are being threatened, even though everybody is doing it, even though your peers are already into it, you need to be pressured. What you need right now is the best relationship is a relationship with yourself, understanding yourself, understanding what God has in store for you, and working towards it. This is the right time for you to start working towards it. I learned never to compromise my values to keep anybody happy. Beautiful. I love that. Well done, Chidinma. Okay, John says, I learned how to compromise my values to keep anybody happy. Beautiful. Ima said, I learned that no matter what the person says about you, don't get it to your head unless it will affect you. Beautiful. Emma, that was a very wonderful
I
point.
learned how to put myself first before everyone. Before
Beautiful.
anyone.
I love that. I love that. Good. Who else wants to share with me?
Yes.
Who else wants to share with me?
What do you mean?
Do you have
I love
questions?
to really
Please
love
put your questions in the
everything.
comment section so that I can
Love
answer
I
them.
to myself, my cousin.
Put your questions in the
I
comments box, the chat box, so that I can answer them. If you have any questions.
that the only love that I'm supposed to have is about myself and God.
Yes, love for yourself, love for God, the love for your family and friends. That's the one that is most important to you right now. Oh, Ima said, I'm worth more than anything precious in the world. Beautiful. You are worth more than anything in the world. God made you beautiful, made you special, made you different, made you unique. And different from the rest. Who else has something to say? Do you have something to say? Who else? Do you have questions? Okay, somebody said, Notando asked a question. So what do you think is the correct age to start dating? Now, I would always advise and I would always say the correct age for dating is when you are really very mature to handle a relationship. Now, I would say from ages 20, maybe 23 or 24. Why? And I wouldn't advise the ages of 18, 19, 20, because most times there's a part of the brain that doesn't get developed until when you get to 21 or 22. Now, for some people, it takes time for that part of the brain to get developed. For some people, it takes time. It takes a longer time. And at that time, you are not thinking with your right senses. So you can't say you want to start dating or because you might not be able to take the right decision or you might not be able to take the right move because you are not thinking with your right frame or with your right brain, because that part of the brain is not fully developed and you might not be seeing what other people are seeing. For example, you might see a boy or a boy comes up to you and all you are just seeing is the face value. You are just seeing the facial expression. You are not seeing things deeper. What maybe what your parents are seeing or what other people are seeing, you are not seeing it. So I would advise for you to finish your secondary school, get into the university, possibly maybe when you are rounding up, then you have seen life, you have met people, you have met a whole lot of people, you have seen different people, then you understand that, oh, there are different kind of people. So your worldview is broadened. Your worldview is not limited to maybe your secondary school or your church or maybe just your environment. You have seen different things and you can now make a very good decision or a very valid decision. Is that clear? Good. So another person said, how do you distance yourself from those who try to pressure you without acting rude or nonchalant? Now, distancing yourself from those who pressure you without acting rude or nonchalant is very, very simple. One thing you need to do is for you to start setting your boundaries early, letting them know your boundaries as quickly as possible. Have you ever been in a class whereby you see a girl who people don't even come close to? Because why? They understand that this person, don't come close to her because she's making her values very plain. Everybody knows that you don't come close to this person. You know, there are some people that will come to you because they understand that, oh, this person, anything goes. I think this person, anything goes. But when they understand that, hey, this person, anything does not go, you cannot talk to this person anyhow, you cannot do anyhow with this person, they understand that you can't treat this person anyway. They will start, you don't even have to distance yourself. They are the one that will distance themselves away from you. Do you understand? they will distance themselves from you. Another person asked, he said, trying to, this is not moving. Should we break up with any relationships should we break up with any relationship we are into? Yes, if you are not up to that age, or you are not, you know that you have not discovered yourself. If you know you are still in the process of knowing who you are still in the process of making up or doing the things that God has asked you to do, or you are still in the process of understanding your own person, you have not even discovered yourself yet, there's no need for you to start being in a relationship, because it will become so complex. You have to start thinking of yourself. You start thinking about another person. No, you don't need to do that to yourself. You need to love yourself so much for you to develop yourself first before you start. So I would advise, if the relationship is not something that maybe you're older, like 25 or 26 or 22 or so, or you matured for it, I would advise you to remove yourself from it. You don't need it right now. Focus on building you. Focus on nurturing your garden. Focus on helping yourself grow. So another question, when I reject the gift and the request of the boy, they feel hot and I feel kind of bad. What do I do in such situations? You don't need to please anybody. Sorry, my alarm. So, like I said, you don't need to please anybody to make them happy at your own detriment. You don't have to make anybody feel good at your own detriment, especially when it's not going to be of value to you. Do you understand? Another question, let me go to the next question because of time. I think we have some few minutes. Okay, when you have a friend you know from childhood and he tells you that he likes you and you say no, but you said that we can start as best friend. Is it a good response? As best friends, do you know what best friend is? You can say, oh, you like me, okay, we can be friends. We can be friends, that's okay. But if you want something deeper than friendship, right now, I don't think that is what you need. So you could tell him that, oh, we can be friends, but if you want something that is deeper than friendship, I really don't think I can provide that to you right now. Maybe you should find someone else that would give you that at the moment. Do you understand? So, somebody said, if you stand for nothing, you fall for anything. So boundaries are very important. When they know what you stand in for, they begin to reset. Exactly. You are right. Beautiful. Then another person said, some of my friends have up to 10 boyfriends in their young age. Oh, really? Seriously? I know it happens. Some already have 10 boyfriends. They are actually playing with their future. They don't know, because their life will be so complex. It will be so complex because they've not even navigated their own life. They've not really understood themselves. They are now taking up 10 people. You know what 10 people is? Managing 10 people at once. Navigating one person. Even you as me as a married woman, having one husband, having to cook for the family for just one person is a whole lot. Then when you now have 10, you want to kill yourself. So the fact that your friends have up to 10 doesn't mean that you should do that also. The person is toying with their life and is really putting herself or himself in a big mess right now. So somebody says, there's a friend of mine who likes one of my girlfriend and he's pressuring me to try to pair them together. Oh, sorry, please, let me just give me a minute. Give me a minute, please. Okay, said there's a friend of mine who is one of my, and he's pressuring me to try to pair them together. That's not your job. It's not your job. Are you a matchmaker? When did you become a matchmaker? You are not a matchmaker, so that's not your business. It's not. Tell the person that's not your business, and you don't have any business with that. You were not called to become a matchmaker, and you are too young to navigate that. So how do you navigate this? It's not your business. You don't have any business with that. It's not your business. Jim says, I keep trying to warn my friend who is dating a boy. I know he's not trustworthy and he's deceiving her, but she doesn't listen. Yeah, you can do your best to warn your friend, try to speak to her, and if she doesn't listen, you would have to leave her to her own fate, or possibly, I would not say you should report her to maybe her parents, because that would be like betrayal. So just warn her, speak to her, and possibly if you have somebody that you feel that is closer to her, you can also talk to the person about it and tell the person to warn her or to talk to her and see if she listens. And most of all, or the best of all, you can also put her in your prayers and speak to God about her. I believe that the hearts of kings are in God's hands, and he can turn it however he wants it to be turned. So any other question before we round up today? I think this comes to an end of the session. Any other questions before we say goodbye? If you enjoyed this session, I want you to put it in the comment section. I enjoyed this session. I enjoyed it. If this was beneficial to you, if you learned a lot, tell me, put in your best emoji, put in your best comment, and tell me. And if you still have more questions, you can always reach out to me. You can always tell me. You can always send me a message. You can tell your mom, I want to speak with Aunt Christabel. I'm very accessible. Send me a message, send me a DM, and I would be willing to answer you. And if you want to also book a session with me, or you want me to talk to you can always talk to me, and I would see how to help your child navigate. I'm always very accessible. You can always reach out to me. My number is there on WhatsApp. Send me a message if you need anything, or you need me to talk to your children, you need me to help you enforce what you have been saying. I am available. I'm available. So, Ima said, I love it so much. Thank you, Ma, for your teaching. Notando said, I enjoyed this session. Joy says, I enjoyed this session. Edith says, I enjoyed the session. Sorry for Oyeyemi. Sorry for not pronouncing your name very well. I'm sorry. She said, I enjoyed the session and I love you teachers. Chidima says, I enjoyed this session. And Notando said, thank you so much, ma'am. So I really appreciate everyone for being here today. Thank you for making this a valuable session. Thank you for bringing in your friends. Thank you for sharing about this. Thank you for doing this. And we're coming to the end of this. Oh. So if there's more question, please, we can always put it in the group. That's my Zoom. I don't know why this is showing here. But before we go, I want to see your faces. I can't see your faces. Everybody is just meeting their closing their camera. Let me see your faces now, eh? People don't want to show me your face. Okay, I can see some. I can see Joy. I can see Edith. I can see Ejim. I can see Joy. All right. The rest of you don't want to show me your face. It's all right. No problem. Thank you so much, everyone. Camera dead. Somebody said the camera is dead. Thank you for being here today. I appreciate everyone, and I'm sure you learned a lot. So this is not just about you learning, it's also about implementing. So everything that you've learned today, I want you to tell me one thing that you learned. Send it to the group. Tell your you can type it with your mom's phone and send it to the group. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining me here. And God bless you, everyone. See you in the next one. So if there's going to be another session, or we are going to be having something like this again, or possibly maybe we'll hold maybe like a webinar or an upcoming course or so, I will let you know about it. But for now, we are putting an end to this. Have a lovely evening, and please don't forget to send me a message if you have any questions. Send me a message, reach out to me through the WhatsApp. If you want to talk to me, send me a message. Somebody wants to say something? Anyone? Before I say bye. Yeah? Good night, everyone. Is Benita here? Benita. Not my own Benita, another Benita. Benita is
Good night.
She's not here. Good night, everyone. Have a lovely evening. Have a great evening. Bye, everyone. I want to hear you say bye, 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 bye.
Bye, Mom.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye, Mom.
Bye. Bye,
Bye.
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 Bye, Joy. Bye. Have a lovely night and sleep well. Ensure you put everything that you've learned into practice and teach it to your friends, your families, your nieces, your cousins, your nephews, and everyone.
I'm going to share it to all my classmates.
You said what?
I'm going to share this video to all my classmates.
Yes, please do. Do so. I will share the link and the replays maybe later. All right, everyone. Good night and have a lovely night. Goodbye.
I'll give it to you now.